Brown University is in Providence, Rhode Island, and we're a member of the Ivy League. We are a R1 research institution, and we have about 20,000 faculty, staff, and students. We support multiple Unix systems. We support Microsoft Windows. We have a large ESX environment. We have lots of Oracle databases. We have some SQL databases. We basically have a mix of anything and everything. So we implemented Data Domain in 2005. We were experiencing problems with keeping up with the capacity with tape, and we were having to refresh our tape stock constantly, and we needed the performance of backup to disk. And rather than purchasing more tape drives, purchasing more tapes, we wanted to go to a backup to disk methodology so that we could get the speed and performance plus the deduplication value, which was very successful with our initial purchases of Data Domain. In addition to that, we did a separate implementation of backups for our Oracle environment, and it was really to satisfy our DBAs and give them the performance that they needed and the control of their backups. We implemented Data Domain behind our RMAN backup utilities so the DBAs send their Oracle backups directly to the data domains. The data domains replicate down to New York to our secondary site. Our initial selection, we did a proof of concept with our DBAs, and we basically took the EMC white paper on best practices for Oracle with RMAN on data domain, and we followed the recipe that was laid out in that white paper. We back up directly to the NFS mounted file system on the Oracle server. So there's no going off to another system to back up your data, or no going to another system to recover your data. It's all local to the Oracle database server. So in the past, the storage group was responsible for all of the backups of the databases, even after the DBAs had done. The DBAs were responsible for an RMAN backup, and then the storage group was then responsible for getting that backup of the RMAN off onto tape. So we had this two-step process. By eliminating that second step, I eliminated a lot of work that the storage group was responsible for, and created a better product, better service for the database administrators also at the same time. So the top two benefits, without a doubt, is the deduplication on our Oracle databases. We went from 100 terabytes in catalog, that we still have that 100 terabytes represented, but it's represented on less than 4 terabytes of storage. It's so significant that that's absolutely the number one. The second benefit is that we really sent the management of the backups. We allowed the DBAs to be responsible for their own environment, so they don't have to look for a storage administrator to do data recoveries. They have the control of their backups, and they're very happy with that. Our open systems are completely tapeless. We have no tape in our data center. Tape's hard. Tape is very hard. With disk and data replication, we don't have to pay Iron Mountain to come in and pick up tapes. I don't have operators pulling tapes out of tape libraries, and it's a much less complex environment. We have only EMC storage in our data center. For the most, 90% of the storage in our data center is EMC in our CIT data center. So our partnership, we have a very strong partnership with EMC.